Megan, thank you. We are still proud of our Aztecs making it to the Final Four.
I still can't believe that actually happened, but it was magical. Mayor Todd Gloria joining us now to talk about the big celebration happening this weekend. Mr. Mayor, good morning.
Good morning, you both.
Okay, the fun stuff coming up in just a second. Let's get to the business first. You commented on this yesterday. The city and the county, we know, work very closely. Your reaction to the allegations against Supervisor Nathan Fletcher, it's been the talk of the town, obviously, for the last week or so. You made your comments yesterday. What do you have to say to that?
Well, clarify, I made my comments a week ago with a written statement and then has answered multiple questions throughout the week. And I understand the interest. Obviously the accusations are very serious. I was encouraged that the MTS board voted yesterday to have an independent investigation that will be transparent to the public. And I expect accountability will come as this legally plays out. I think the most important message I have for San Diegans is that we have to stay focused on the business of the people of this community, whether it's at MTS and helping the hundreds of thousands of people that ride the system every single day to the millions of people that are served by the county of San Diego. Both agencies need to stay focused on serving the people.
I'm glad that you mentioned that to get to the business of serving the people, that's what the job is all about.
Correct.
Do you think he should resign now? Because this whole controversy now over he's going to resign in a month and a half.
Well, his resignation, I think, is necessary and appropriate, and so I'm glad that he's made that decision. I recognize we're now asking, should it be now or should it be later? I have no insight into why he chose May 15th. There may be a reason for that. I don't know what it is. I think generally speaking, it'd be better to put this behind us as fast as possible so, again, we can be focused on the work. Naturally, the thought process behind May 15th, I don't know, but I'm definitely hearing the additional calls for action. I think what I'd also like to know is what is the likely outcome for replacing him? Reminder that the County Board of Supervisors serves 3 million people. They have a budget that's larger than the city of San Diego, and they are on the lead on two of the biggest issues I think are happening right now: homelessness and addiction. And so having a fully functioning county is pretty darn important. So let's know what the replacement it is, and let's get this behind us as swiftly as possible. Of course, after there's a full investigation and everything is handled legally.
It all gets back to what you said, to get to the business of the people, because that is what matters.
Speaking of business of the people, a little bit lighter, but still very serious, and then we'll get to the Aztecs. What's going on with these potholes?
Oh,
What is going on with these potholes?
Did you get into the driveway of the station?
Did you see it?
Well,
we had a broken pipe that got fixed a couple weeks ago, and then they covered it.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
For your viewers, I did see the pothole patch that's in front of your driveway, but I can imagine what that was like before it was patched.
Yes.
And here's an interesting thing. I shared this yesterday with the public. So yeah, rain, horrible. Rain causes potholes.
Yeah.
But rain also means you can't make repairs. 70 of the first 90 days of this year, we couldn't pave because either it was raining or it was too cold. Your viewers may not know, if the temperature is below 50 degrees, the asphalt doesn't actually adhere to the ground.
Oh.
So our crews, and we have incredibly talented, hardworking city employees, 9 different crews working every day. For 70 of those days, they couldn't reasonably put down asphalt for it to work. So some of the patches you've seen are already coming up because we had some emergency reactions. So some of this stuff is not passable.
Wow.
Here's the deal. You just heard the weather report. Mother Nature is finally providing. And so we can get about doing this work. We have all hands on deck 7 days a week. People are pouring potholes. We had 1,500 complaints come in last week alone. And I'm
sorry about those, by the way.
Well, 1,499 for you. But actually, I want your viewers to let us know. We can only fix what we know about. The Get It Done app is the most efficient way to let folks know. We can usually get potholes done. I think our average is about 4 days response time. Report what you know. As long as Mother Nature continues to work with us, we have the dollars and the personnel in place to get it done. And you should see some major overhauls of Convoy, of La Jolla Parkway, of La Media down in Otay Mesa. There are major streets that are on deck to be overlaid, but we just need the temperature to be above 50 and no rain.
I've used that app. I love that app. So thank you to all the crews and everything else. By the way, any way you could prorate the sunshine tax?
Listen, I want my rebate if that's the case.
Okay, let's get to the Aztecs, because what a magical run for this team, making the city proud, the school proud, and the great bunch of kids on that team.
That's right. Young men, but yes,
if you haven't fallen in love with them, I mean, oh my God, what was your reaction? I mean, just so proud. I know you're a Torero, but whatever. You were there cheering them. I'm a USC Trojan, and we were all cheering them on.
We were all Aztecs through this run, and we were all so proud. And let's be honest, last couple of years have been rough. And I think any opportunities, whether it was the Padres in the playoffs last year, the Aztecs to the Final Four and beyond this year, there's so much pride that really gives the city energy. I was at the Viejas Arena for both of the last 2 two games, and just the energy and the excitement, the pride. I'm really grateful to the team for bringing that to us, and I really think this is an amazing time to be a San Diego sports fan.
Okay, so that energy at that Mia's watch party that you went to, I gotta imagine is going to be like times 100 at what's happening for this weekend to celebrate that.
Right.
Are you going?
Of course I'm going. We're having a big party for your viewers who may not know this Saturday night at Snapdragon Stadium.
Are tickets still available? Because they're free.
They are free.
Parking's free.
Parking's free.
We don't hear that a lot anymore. Free.
So take advantage of it.
But are tickets still available? Like, is it too late?
I believe I checked the website this morning. They still have the link up. Yeah. And yeah, I expect it to be well attended, and I hope it would be. We want to thank these young men and for the great run that they gave, and the school, obviously, for giving us this pride. And really, I think to celebrate what is a really amazing time for San Diego sports.
Yeah.
The Wave are doing an amazing job.
Unreal,
the Royals doing
right?
great. The Padres are fabulous. The Aztecs have been so great. We have the Snapdragon Arena. Petco Park, #1 ballpark in the nation. We're going to be constructing a new sports arena soon. We're hopeful for an MLS announcement very soon.
Let's do this.
Is incredible. Football team? What? I don't
know.
remember those people.
No.
He has an idea.
Whoa.
He has an
Hold
idea.
on. Look, I have a note on my paper. Mr. Mayor.
Mr. Mayor.
The Padres run last fall proved to anybody who doubted San Diego as a sports town that we are a sports town. We will come out on our team and support them. We've proven that. We proved it again with the Aztecs, the Wave, the Loyal. If you go to a Loyal game, the Gulls, everything else. So here's the deal. We've proven ourselves on a national level. Bring back the Chargers.
I have no objection to that. I just have the experience of negotiating with them and knowing that they really didn't have an interest in staying here. But we continue to be a great town.
Yeah.
We have built amazing facilities that really spotlight these teams. And obviously, if there was an owner that actually cared about fans, there would still be a football team here in San Diego.
Listen, I have a plan. It doesn't involve the Spanos family at all.
That's a good start.
They're going to sell it. Let them. Okay, they win. They get their billions. Go away. And then somebody needs to buy the team from the Spanos, bring them back, and whoever buys the team gets a statue.
Gets a statue. Like a statue?
Yeah, like a statue.
You know, from my past experiences, it takes a lot more than a statue to get these guys'
Billionaires
attention. But
love statues of themselves. That's what I hear.
Billionaires like billions. And
Exactly.
there will not be billions of taxpayer dollars for this stuff, but we will certainly make space. And
Excellent.
I think we're the 8th largest city in the country. We've proven ourselves as being a great fan base. People should want to be in San Diego, and I think even if it's not football, I think you're going to be hearing some major announcements about folks who are choosing to be in San Diego, and when they do, I'm sure they'll be rewarded by an incredibly loyal fan base.
Those things, we joke about the Padres and the Aztecs, but they really shine a spotlight on the city, and it makes people realize that place is the place to be.
Yes, correct. And what I appreciate is that those beauty shots of our city do not translate temperature. They didn't know how cold it was, so I hope for everyone who was watching abroad, they will choose to vacation in San Diego, leave that 10.5% tourist tax here. I'll use that to pay for more pothole filling.
Yes.
Deal. Mr. Mayor, thank you for the time as always.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Good
it.
to see you.
Great to see you both.
All right.